The Queensland Government has had a legal win in its row with the judiciary, with the Court of Appeal rejecting any notion that the Premier could influence court decisions. Last week, a Supreme Court judge halted a bail review application for a man accused of taking part in a bikie brawl because of public comments made by the Queensland Premier Premier Newman. John Taylor has more from Brisbane.
The Court of Appeal decision was clear, rejecting the view that judges could easily be influenced by critical comments, even like these from the Premier last month.
What we now need to see is those involved in the court system, the insiders in the legal system, start to realise that that's what the community wants and they need to act accordingly to protect the community.
The Premier was concerned about alleged bikies getting bail, despite new laws to keep them locked up. But last week, a Supreme Court judge hearing a bail application for a man accused of taking part in the Gold Coast bikie brawl was concerned enough to indefinitely postpone legal argument, allowing the man to stay free. There is, to my mind, a very real risk that members of the public would perceive a result in favour of the Crown as having been influenced by the Premier's statements. The Court of Appeal overturned the stay, saying the judge had an unduly pessimistic approach to public perceptions of a judge's susceptibility to media or political influence, and postulating a public perception of the Supreme Court as a fragile institution whose judges may be swayed by random utterances of a member of the executive. But in a cautionary note, the three judges said, "We are not so sanguine that consistent disparagement cannot have any tendency to weaken public confidence in the courts," and advised politicians to observe convention and exercise restraint in voicing such criticisms. It also rejected the Premier's call that judges act in accordance with community wishes. Unsurprisingly, nothing in the Bail Act requires or allows a judicial officer determining an application for bail to take into account what the community wants. The Supreme Court will now hear again the bail application for the alleged bikie. John Taylor, Late Line.